Finally, a development on this scary story. We learned right after the Capitol attack from multiple members of Congress that the day before the attack, the day before January 6th, some members of Congress may have given a group of visitors, multiple groups of visitors, access to the Capitol for what amounted to reconnaissance tours ahead of the attack on the building the next day. Democratic Congressman Tim Ryan from Ohio chairs the House subcommittee that oversees the Capitol Police. He's had a leading role in the investigations into January 6th. And today, a reporter from the Washington Examiner asked him about those alleged recon tours given by members of Congress and their staff before the attack. He told the reporter in response that that issue is now, quote, in the hands of the U.S. attorney in D.C. He says that federal prosecutor's office is, quote, reviewing the footage of those alleged recon tours. Okay. Tell me more. Today, Congressman Ryan's committee held a hearing on the breakdown in law enforcement that led to the Capitol being breached. Even after his hearing, there are more questions than answers. But what we did learn definitively today is that the threat posed by the rioters, particularly the ones who broke into the Capitol and then evaded arrest, they still pose a live, active threat to the Capitol. This was the acting chief of Capitol Police testifying at that hearing today.
We know that members of the militia groups that were present on January 6th have stated their desires that they want to blow up the Capitol and kill as many members as possible with a direct nexus to the State of the Union, which we know that date has not been identified.
Head of the Capitol Police saying that militia groups that attacked the Capitol on January 6th want to launch another attack on the day Joe Biden hosts what looks like the State of the Union, his first joint address to Congress, which is expected to take place sometime next month. Joining us now is Congressman Tim Ryan, Democrat of Ohio. He does chair the House subcommittee that has oversight over the Capitol Police. He's been leading one of the inquiries into the January 6th attack. Congressman Ryan, it's nice of you to make time to be here tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
So I was interested in this answer that you gave to Washington Examiner reporter. You said that the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. has been reviewing footage about these allegations that members of Congress may have given tours to some of the rioters in advance of the attack. Can you tell us anything more about that?
Yeah, and not really, Rachel. No one ties it together better than you do. But, you know, the U.S. Attorney has the investigation going on now. I'm sure they're looking at the footage. They're looking at everything surrounding that idea of members of Congress taking people on tours. There were other members of Congress who witnessed that happening. So that's in their hands now. And anybody who's dealt with a U.S. attorney doing an investigation, it's like a black box. You really don't know what's going on, but we know what's happening.
It was also new to us today when the new head of the Capitol Police said that they have intelligence that militia members may want to come back and attack the Capitol again on the occasion of the State of the Union, the president's first joint address to Congress. Was that news to you as well? That sent a real shockwave, I think, across the country, everybody who was watching that hearing today.
Yeah, it was stunning. I mean, you know, we hear these kind of threats all the time. The Capitol, members of Congress, especially in the last couple of months, assassinations and all of that, especially after January 6th. But this was new, which is why we got to keep the fence up, which is why we have to keep the National Guard here, which is why we've got to come up with some real hardcore solutions as to how we move forward. We're not ready yet to take the fence down because we don't have a plan moving forward. And I think it's important for the American people, one, to hear these threats. So I, in some sense, appreciate that you're reporting on it because the American people need to know. But the most important thing here, Rachel, these are American citizens. This is not Al-Qaeda. This is not the Taliban. This is not, the Iranians. This is American groups. These are American citizens who are saying these things about taking down the Capitol, taking down representative democracy. And that just shows, I hope, in most people's minds, how far along we are in some of these things and why we have to be so vigilant in trying to figure out how we protect the Capitol.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.